is McLaren doing the right thing not keeping Daniel?
Well, that is a very philosophical question, isn't it? And personally, I don't think Piastri is the right guy to have alongside Lando. If I was Zach and I had Lando, I wouldn't want to wind him up by putting Piastri in the other car. I would say, wow, Trevor Cullen is wrong. Lando doesn't need another very quick guy to stop him falling asleep, because look what he's done in the last 2 years. He's got Daniel Ricciardo, who's not that quick anymore, and he's still getting better with every race. And he's really good now. He's really good. And so I don't think that whole argument of Lando needs this quick guy in order to perform argument holds water anymore. And I think you've got to put him up there with every other very quick driver that we've ever known in Formula One, who's never wanted a quick driver in the other car or felt that they needed it. You know, I can't think of anybody. I mean, if you look at any driver worth his salt, will always, if they're confident enough to know that they can win a Grand Prix and thus win a World Championship, the last thing they need is somebody quick in the other car. They always want somebody who's going to do the job, do the simulation, do this, do that, do all the sponsorship work, and let them just get on and win the championship.
Whatever else is going on, the things in actually around McLaren in both IndyCar and Formula One are good news for the lawyers at the moment.
Yeah, you know, it's sad, isn't it? It's wrong when the lawyers are making money when in the cost cap period when everyone's trying to save money. And here's how much money is this going to cost?
Yeah, drivers struggling for budgets.
It's pretty, and you know, at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of money wasted now, wasted on legal fees and presumably on Ricciardo not driving for McLaren next year. I mean, Zach had I think he blew 32 million, did he not, when he went from Honda to Mercedes? Going from free engines to buying Merck, it was a delta of 32 million. And now potentially you're looking at another delta of what, about 20 with Ricciardo not to drive. I actually feel quite sorry for Otmar because I think he's done quite a good job since he went there in terms of performance and getting results. And it's interesting that Aston Martin has sort of gone downhill ever since he left, interestingly. You know, I've got no axe to grind here at all, but I mean, just looking at it from an objective point of view, the guy seems to, but obviously, you know, there's been an issue with the whole Alonso thing leaving, and now with this whole Piastri thing, and it nobody deserves that at Alpine, I don't think, because they've actually done a pretty good job scoring points. I mean, they're right up there with McLaren, if not ahead of them.
Yeah,
well, they are ahead of them. Just there, you know. So it's wrong. It's very wrong, that, and you know, I don't know. You know, if you put that in the context of Jackie Stewart and Ken Tyrrell never having a written contract.
Different days.
Well, it's not different days. It's different people. It's nothing to do with days, I don't think. It's to do with ethics and strength of character. I mean, you had contracts back in Jackie Stewart's day. Of course you did. And people often work to the letter of the contract. But when it's a driver being given an opportunity, as he was by Ken Tyrrell, Jackie knew that from day one. Without Ken, he probably wouldn't have been in Formula One.
Yeah.
You know, that's when you don't need a contract, because what the bond is much greater than that of a contract.
Yeah.
And I would argue that it's like that with Piastri and Renault and Alpine. That bond should have been bigger. And it's not because it's different days. It's because people don't care about ethics as much as they used to.